are up, Commissioner.
All right, we'll call us into session. Don't see any changes to the agenda.
Mr. Chair, I make a motion that we approve and accept the agenda as presented.
We have a motion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, Chantel.
Yeah, Chantel Wu with Indigent Services. The case that I have for you today is case number 20230005. It's an application for cremation expenses through Wilkes Funeral Home in the amount of $1,200. The deceased was an 80-year-old female. She is a Bannock County resident, was not a veteran. With the information that we did obtain, it does appear the deceased meets criteria to be eligible for assistance through the indigent program. Bannock County is the last resource for payment of this request, and there is no responsible party available for repayment of this request at this time.
Mr. Chair, on case number 20230005, I make a motion that we approve as presented.
We have a motion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. All right, Dave.
There's our Dave Martinez, public defender. There's our lease, sir. The top page is the digital signature record, the top section. The FBO for the building is out of the country, so it was signed digitally. The only other error I noted was that there's some numbering issues. I think in Section 8, it starts numbering them as 9, and it is 1 off for the rest of the document.
And then the dates, and I talked to Brian yesterday about this. It's not a 1-year lease. It's an 11-month lease.
Well, I don't know why Brian wanted that changed. He wanted it changed because of the fiscal year, because we were going beyond the fiscal year, which didn't make any sense to me, because it's still a year lease. We're not spending additional monies. That doesn't make any sense. But
Well, it didn't be when I first looked at it.
The only thing I can figure is if he's trying to get all of our contracts on a fiscal year basis,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah,
But
because I looked at it and, wait a minute, that's 11 months and then everything else talks about 1 year.
yeah, and the only reason that happened in the first place because it took us that extra month to get at the first. So, but it doesn't make any sense to me because we'd need time to move anyway.
And then, this contract has the same concerns that they've had before
So,
with the hold harmless.
Oh, I think didn't we change the indemnification portion so that it was year to year?
Well, we're not supposed to even have it in any contracts.
Oh,
Is what we've been told by legal. And so we've been having that concern.
yeah, Brian reviewed it. Brian was the last person to review it before it was turned over.
Yeah.
I didn't feel like it was appropriate for me to be reviewing it every time because I don't represent you.
Yeah. Well, that's why I talked to him. And then the other question I have, and it's a 1-year lease, renewable every year for 5 years.
Correct.
So if you guys go over to the state, then next year's when we'd have concerns about the county leasing it or
Right,
the state leasing it.
right. And right now it's a hybrid thing. I'm using some state money and some of our, well, I'm actually not using budget money. I'm using 2 different grants right now, so it's not being paid for by the county right now.
I thought we had to take 10 grand out of,
Oh, you may have.
yeah, we had to take 10,000 out of the public defense budget because there wasn't enough in the grants.
That's what I thought the last
Yeah.
discussion we had
Yeah.
was,
that's
is that we
correct.
had some there. But I'm just saying, next year we'll have to look at when we renew. We have 30 days before the contract's due to renew it. And see just exactly where we're at and what's going on with the state.
Yes,
at
and,
that time.
and I'm hopeful that we'll have some information. Not overly optimistic, but
yeah. Mr. Chair, I make a motion that we approve the lease for the Sterling Building as presented.
We have a motion, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And actually, I have the whole thing here too, so I'll just throw them together and they'll go to Christie.
Davenport.
Davenport.
They'll
Oh,
go to
Davenport.
And then she'll scan them
And then
and
she'll
send
scan them
them
and send them to you so you can pay it?
to you. No, I'll need you to code it.
Okay.
Call me in an hour,
Okay.
if you can, or have Janelle call me.
Janelle out today, so
Okay.
I will call you.
Okay, all I need is if you want to take a copy of the site lease and code it and then bring it in.
Okay.
Does that need paid Thursday? Or, okay,
Thursday's fine.
or the next week?
Yes, one of those.
Okay. If it needs Thursday, let me know sooner than later.
I can't think it will, as long as we've got it signed and taken care of, I think we'll be fine.
Okay.
They'll get their money.
Yeah. Any other things I can do for you?
Anything?
Nope, looks good.
All right, thank you. Appreciate it. All right, Adam,
Good morning, gentlemen.
good morning.
Adam McKinney, 911 Communications. This morning, I am bringing to you the quotes for the items that we were able to purchase with the grant. These are the quotes that would get us the stuff on its way to us. These are all covered by that IPSCC grant that we were allotted. We just had to wait till after November 1st to expense it. So we're ready to have them signed and get this gear on its way.
That IPSCC grant's actually been a pretty good thing for us, hasn't it?
I would say absolutely. I mean, this is $178,000 worth of stuff that it's exactly in their charter what this is. This is recorders for the new systems, or for the 911 systems. These are brand new. Our old recorders were on Windows 7. These ones will be on Windows Server OS. So they should give us at least 8 years worth of service. And yeah, 100%. That paid us back in droves already. And as we bring more counties on, it's going to share that cost savings, and we're going to be able to increase and keep this stuff up to date and maintain it. So absolutely, I think the IPSCC was an excellent option to go with.
Good. Okay, Mr. Chair, I make a motion we approve the contract as presented.
We have a motion, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Your turn.
I didn't know if you could listen and sign.
We're good, we're there.
Mr. Clauser, Comptroller, this is just an annual reporting of, and I've got the original because it has Tom's signature.
We didn't get a copy of it yet, right?
No, you have a copy of it, but this has Tony's signature, so I need you to sign this original.
Okay.
But I gotta read off of it first.
Okay.
This is just, we get seizure money. It goes through the Department of Justice. And then what happens is it gets allocated to the appropriate entities that were involved in the seizure or bust. We had $1,248 that we received a couple of years ago. We haven't spent it yet. So this is just re-reporting that we still have $1,248. And Teresa did pay for something in November that we'll finally use that money next year. And then if we get any other money, we'll just have to do this. It's just an annual reporting. We have to use it for drug seizure items, things like that. I will submit this electronically, but I keep copies of both of your signatures, and it just says that I have the authority to submit this online, and they'll pull the copy of this if they need to. So,
Okay.
Okay.
Today's the 8th.
Yes, sir. Mr. Chair, I make a motion that we approve the equitable sharing report and authorize signature and electronic submission.
We have a motion, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right. Where are we at there? 25. So let's go ahead. We'll go to resolutions. So we have resolution number 2022-88, budget reduction for concessions and event center trust. We have resolution 2022-89, matter of approving October 2022 alcohol licenses, and resolution 2022-90, October 22 salaries.
Mr. Chair, I make a motion that we approve Resolution 2022-88, -89, and -90 as presented.
We have a motion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Next, we have Bannock County public hearing notice under letters. This for a public hearing on December 1st for vacation of a road right away.
Mr. Chair, I make a motion that we approve the public hearing notification.
Have a motion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Next, under our consent agenda, well, under signature only, we have August 2022 Commissioners Proceedings.
Mr. Chair, I make a motion that we approve the August 22 Commissioner proceedings as presented.
Motion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Next, under the consent agenda, we have salary rate approval form, alcohol licenses, and minutes for October 25, 28, and November 1.
Mr. Chair, I make a motion that we approve the salary rate approval forms and the alcohol licenses as presented. Oh, and the minutes.
We have a motion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And with that being said, we're now within our time limits. Shanda isn't here today. Have we heard anything? Is there any updates? Come on up. Okay.
So these guys should stay in a minute.
We can go into executive session with this too, because it's scheduled for it.
Oh, is it? Okay,
Yeah.
great. You want to go into it right now, then?
So go ahead.
Dan Kendall, Project Manager.
Todd Mauger, Juvenile Justice.
We had an update from City of Pocatello Planning Department concerning our application for the Safe Teen Center in the North Annex parking lot. And they asked for some additional items before they would approve that project. It included changing the landscape plan. They wanted a few different some changes, some redesign. They also asked for a notarized agreement with the LDS Church concerning how many parking spots we have leased, because they gave us the number of parking spots required. Without the church, we are 9 short on parking spaces, so I think that's why they're asking for a notarized agreement. I already gave them a copy of it before, but and then they asked for just a couple other small items, some sign permit stuff and some minor items. But as of right now, it's denied, so.
Okay. Okay. What do we say? I told Emma yesterday that headline should be Pocatello City Council turns, or planning and zoning turns down county's youth center. No longer gonna happen. Should be the headlines. Let's go ahead and go into executive session.
Mr. Chair, I make a motion that we enter into executive session under Idaho Code 74-206, 1 and C, to consider preliminary negotiations involving matters of trade or commerce.
Commissioner Moser?
Yeah.